Hey, deep divers. Ready to unlock some serious productivity superpowers?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Awesome. Today we are diving into Essential Scrum by Kenneth S. Rubin.
Okay.
It's going to be a crash course in building awesome products the Agile way.
Sounds good. I love it.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Scrum.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of sporty.
Right.
Is this just for like software developers?
Not at all.
Okay, good.
Scrum, it's a framework, right, for tackling any kind of complex project
Okay.
where flexibility and delivering value are key.
Got it.
So think about this. Like, remember those giant year-long project plans?
Oh, yeah.
That went totally off the rails after like a month. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh, yeah. Don't remind me.
Okay, well, Scrum is designed to help you navigate that chaos, essentially.
Oh.
So it's like jazz.
Cool.
There's a structure, but there's also room for improvisation,
Okay.
to respond to changes and keep things swinging.
I like where this is going. Less rigid planning, more jazzy adaptation. But, okay, let's break down this framework thing.
Sure.
I'm already feeling a little overwhelmed by all the Scrum jargon.
Oh, no worries. We'll keep it jargon-free.
Okay, good.
Just imagine building a house, right?
Okay.
Scrum is like having the blueprints.
Okay.
But instead of like a year-long construction plan, you're building in short, focused bursts.
Okay.
Checking in constantly, seeing if you're still on track.
Right.
To build something amazing, making adjustments along the way.
Oh, I see. So instead of just hoping the house I'm building in my mind matches the final product, I'm constantly getting that feedback.
Exactly.
And making sure it's actually what I or, my imaginary client wants.
Exactly. And to build that house, you need the right team.
Right.
Scrum relies on 3 key players: the product owner, the Scrum Master, and the development team.
Okay, 3, that's a manageable number. Okay, so who's calling the shots?
Well, Scrum is all about shared responsibility, but think of the product owner, like the visionary value officer, right?
Visionary value officer.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're laser focused on understanding what the customer truly needs and making sure the team is building the right things at the right time.
Okay, so they're like the architect who also has like one eye on the budget.
You got it.
Okay.
Now, to keep everyone on track and working smoothly, there's the Scrum Master, your friendly neighborhood obstacle obliterator.
Wait, I need an obstacle obliterator in my life. Sign me up.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
The Scrum Master is like a coach helping the team understand the Scrum process, work together effectively, and clear any roadblocks that might pop up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then we've got the development team. That's the actual builders, right?
Exactly.
Right.
And these builders, they aren't just coders.
Oh, it's okay.
It depends on the project. It could be designers, marketers, writers, anyone with the skills to turn that product owner vision into reality.
Okay, so we've got our visionary value officer, our obstacle obliterator, and our amazing team of builders.
Yeah.
But how do they actually, get the work done? Am I picturing, a flurry of blueprints, tiny hammers, maybe some inspirational jazz playing in the background?
You're not far off. Remember those short bursts we talked about?
Yeah.
That's where sprints come in.
Okay.
Think of it like those 2-week renovation shows.
Okay.
But instead of demo day every 2 weeks, you have something you could actually use.
Okay, so instead of one long stressful renovation, it's broken down into manageable chunks, right?
Exactly.
And I'm guessing this helps avoid those moments where you're halfway through and you realize, oh shoot, we forgot to add a bathroom.
Exactly. Each sprint starts with the team looking at the product backlog.
Right.
Essentially, a prioritized wish list of everything that the product owner wants to build.
Okay.
It's like having a running list of all the amazing features you could add to your house, ranked by what's going to bring the most value.
Okay, so no more adding a hot tub before you've even got running water.
Exactly.
Okay, I have to say, I'm starting to see the appeal here.
Right. And during sprint planning,
Yeah.
the team huddles up, reviews the backlog, and they choose a sprint goal.
Okay.
The main thing they want to achieve within that 2-week time frame.
So if we're sticking with our house analogy, the sprint goal might be get the kitchen fully functional.
Exactly.
Hey.
And here's where it gets really interesting. The team doesn't just blindly choose tasks based on that goal.
Right.
They also use their velocity,
Velocity.
a measure of how much work they've been able to consistently deliver in past sprints.
Okay, so kind of like knowing how many tiles you can realistically lay in a day without sacrificing quality.
Yes.
You don't want to overpromise and end up with a wonky backsplash.
I love that analogy. It's about finding a sustainable pace.
Right.
And based on that velocity, the team creates a sprint backlog,
Oh.
a detailed plan of attack for those 2 weeks. They break down big tasks into smaller ones, estimate how long each will take, and commit to getting it all done.
Commit. That's a strong word. What happens if they, like, hit a snag? Does the whole project just come to a screeching halt?
That's where the magic of daily communication comes in.
Okay.
Every day, the team has a short, focused check-in called the Daily Scrum.
Okay, so not a day-long meeting where everyone rehashes what they had for breakfast.
Definitely not.
Okay,
Good.
It's a 15-minute power huddle where each person shares what they're working on, any obstacles they've hit, and their plan for the day.
Okay.
It's about staying in sync, catching problems early, and keeping that renovation moving.
So instead of realizing on like week 5 that, oh shoot, we ordered the wrong size pipes, they catch it on like day 2.
Precisely. And because everyone is in the loop, they can often like swarm together and find a solution quickly,
Right.
preventing those small roadblocks from turning into like major delays.
Okay, I have to admit, this whole Scrum thing is starting to sound less like a construction site and more like a well-choreographed dance.
That's a great way to put it.
And just like any good performance, there are moments for feedback and reflection.
Okay.
At the end of each sprint, there's a sprint review.
Okay. Time for the big reveal. Everyone puts on their fanciest hard hats and celebrates what they've accomplished.
It's definitely a moment to celebrate.
Okay.
The team gets to show off their working product to the product owner, stakeholders, and anyone else interested in seeing that magic come to life.
So a chance to say, look what we built, isn't it amazing?
Exactly. But it's not just about showing off.
Yeah.
The sprint review is also about gathering valuable feedback from the people who will be using or benefiting from the product.
Feedback is crucial. Like, I imagine it's way better to find out the kitchen counter is the wrong height before it's been installed.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about getting that feedback early and often so you can make adjustments without, derailing the entire project.
Right.
And speaking of derailing, there's something we haven't talked about yet. Technical debt.
Ooh, technical debt. That sounds a little intimidating.
Yeah.
Is that like forgetting where you put the instruction manual for the power drill? Because I am so guilty of that.
I think we've all been there. Technical debt is more like those little shortcuts we take that seem fine in the moment but can come back to bite us later.
Okay.
So like imagine deciding to build that kitchen island with particle board instead of solid wood to, save time and money.
Ooh, I see where this is going. It looks okay at first, but then the first time you spill a glass of wine, it's all downhill from there.
Exactly. You might save a bit of effort up front, but in the long run, you end up paying the price. Maybe literally with like costly repairs.
Oof, yeah.
In software, this could be as simple as skipping a few lines of code documentation or rushing through a design phase to meet a deadline.
Okay. I'm starting to feel personally attacked by all these relatable analogies. But seriously, this technical debt thing sounds like a recipe for disaster. How does Scrum help us avoid it? Does the Scrum Master make us write, I will not incur technical debt 100 times on the whiteboard?
While tempting, probably not the most effective strategy. Okay, remember, Scrum is all about building in quality from the start
Right.
and continuously improving as you go.
Got it.
That means making sure everyone understands what done really means. And it's not just about checking a box, it's about delivering work that's sustainable, maintainable, and won't come back to haunt you later.
So it's like the difference between building a house that just looks good in pictures versus one that's actually built to last.
Exactly. And just like a well-built house needs regular maintenance, Scrum encourages teams to regularly revisit their work and, pay down that technical debt before it turns into a major renovation project.
So no duct tape solutions in the world of Scrum.
Definitely not encouraged. The beauty of Scrum is it helps you build amazing things efficiently, but also with integrity.
Yeah.
It's about constantly asking yourself, how can we do this better? And then actually making those improvements happen.
This has been incredibly eye-opening. I have to admit, I came into this deep dive thinking Scrum was just a bunch of jargon and like complicated processes.
Yeah.
But now I see it's really about building better products.
Yeah.
And fostering a better way of working.
I'm so glad to hear that because that's the real magic of Scrum. It's not just a framework, it's a mindset.
Ooh.
A mindset that embraces change, values collaboration, and focuses on delivering real value.
Love it. So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of Scrum, what's one thing you want our listeners to take away from this conversation?
That's easy. Scrum is for everyone.
Ooh.
Whether you're building software, designing a marketing campaign, or even just trying to get a handle on your ever-growing to-do list, the principles of Scrum can help you be more adaptable, more efficient, and more successful in a world that's constantly changing.
So true.
So the next time you're facing a complex project, don't panic. Think Scrum.
I love it. Thanks, Scrum. Such great advice.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone out there for joining us on another deep dive. We'll catch you next time.